Alright, what's going on, YouTube people? It's Jimmy C. I'm back. I got a couple of stories, eBay, Zapp's comic haul, some pickups randomly. So without further ado, let's kick it off. We'll start with a big one. I grabbed this. I got this on Comic Link auction, 9.2. I had this book once. I had a 9.0, and I sold it probably 2 years ago for 200 bucks. So when this came up, I'm not really big on autographs, but, you know, those low print run books, he actually signed it in a great spot. It looks like it should belong there. So I grabbed it. You know, primer goes for good money. I got it for like 235 bucks, I believe. So, you know, once you buy one book and you're getting banged for shipping, 20 bucks, you can buy up to 9 more books and shipping's included. So that's when, you know, I just try to pick up some more value books. I grabbed what else did I grab? I grabbed I grabbed a Ghost Rider 1, 1967, and I grabbed a Turtles book, and I sold both of those already. I got them for a good price, and I made a couple bucks on them. I got the primer up for sale for $400. I'm not looking to sell it, but if someone pays me $400 for it, you know, I'll probably let it go. It's funny, you know, I posted on Facebook, and a kid writes me, and he goes, GPA on a 9.6 is about 700 bucks. I said, yeah, what's your point? I'm asking 400 for a 9.2. So your statement just reinforces my price is pretty good, and it's graded, and it's signed. And he was like, oh, well, yeah, I'm just saying. Like, I don't know, like, people come at you, and, like, sometimes they just make no sense. He wasn't rude or anything, but you want to give your 2 cents on something, at least argue for yourself and not reinforce that my price is pretty good. But whatever. So I went to Zapp's annual comic sale. It's the weekend before Thanksgiving. It's always a great time. It's always 4 days, and I always go Saturday, which is the first day, and you got to get there early. It opens at 8, and if I usually get there at 6:30, and there's usually 15 people online. Same thing this year. But once it opens, there's about 50 people behind me. And it's fun. I always say to myself, I'm going to go Monday and Tuesday because everyone works and I have the leeway to, like, you know, I can go and still go to work and stuff. And I usually never go. I never go. It's just far enough away to be annoying. It's about a half-hour ride, and it's just not a straight run, and I got to get on a bunch of highways, so I'm always like, F it. Well, anyway, this is what I saw E-Rod there. We chatted it up online while we were freezing. Always good to see him. So I got this. I screwed up. I thought it was First Ghost, but it was so cheap, it doesn't really matter. But that was my only snafu of the day. I grabbed 2 copies of Machine Man 1. The other one I got in my pressing pile. I grabbed the J. Scott Campbell Spidey book. I got the, you know, the first Hulkbuster. I got First Nuke. I got the Stephen Platt variant Moon Knight. I got a Machine Man last issue, first Jack-O-Lantern. Let me just put those aside. I got a copy of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Tales 1. I think this is a great book because, like, you know, it came out in '87. It's not the first series, but it's still a pretty 30-year-old book. And, you know, it's like, I guess it's akin to Spectacular Spider-Man 1, but I don't know. A 9.8 in that, I'd grab one if you can get your hands on one cheap. I grabbed this. It's like a VG, First Tigra. And last but not least, I grabbed the nice copy of Champions, like a VF to a near mint minus. So, you know, I got this stuff for sale, but I don't care. It's always fun telling you guys what's up. All in, I paid 110 bucks for those books. And, oh, and I got a Batlash 1, which I sold already. A Supervillains 1. And I got a second appearance of Rocket Raccoon. I sold those 3 books already. So those 3 books and the ones I just showed you, $110. Like, you can't beat this sale. It's definitely worth it to go. Moving on, I grabbed these on eBay one night. 4 copies, near mint. The guy wanted of, can you see? Transformers #1. They're all near mint. The guy wanted $75 each. So I went back and forth with him, and long story short, I got them for $200 shipped. So $50 a pop, but I was looking online. 9.8s go for $350 on all day. So I said to myself, even if one of them pulls a 9.8, which I think 3 of the 4 will pull a 9.8, But even if one pulls a 9.8, 9.6s go for about $1.50 each. So either way, I'm going to be in the money. I just got to ship them out and wait for God knows how many months and yada yada. But still, you know, it's going to turn a profit. It's just not going to be in, you know, anytime soon because I got to get them pressed. I got to ship them out and so on and so forth. I grabbed this eBay. eBay every once in a while they have like a 15% off or a 20% off. The 20% are rare. They do more than 15% off, and they're usually for like the next 5 or 10 hours. So I've been wanting this book forever, and it always goes for around $175. So I don't want to pay that because I own the cover. Let me move it over. I got the glare here. Can you guys see? So yeah, first Peter Panzerfaust #1. The guy had it on auction, starting bid $90 or buy it now $150. So they had the 15% off on eBay. So I told him plus $10 shipping, so it was $100. I said, hey, if you want, I'll buy it right now for $90 plus shipping, $10, $100. Let me know. He wrote me back. He goes, no problem, as long as you buy it right now. I said, you got no problem. So he changed his settings. I bought it instantly, and I had $15. I had 15% off, so $85 shipped. I got my Peter Panzerfaust 9.8 to go with the artwork. I love to get 9.8s of the artwork I own. You know, the modern stuff, it's pretty easy. Like the older stuff, no shot. But yeah, $85, first Panzerfaust all day. And last but not least, I got this on eBay. The guy had it listed. Starting bid $500, and he had no bids. And he doesn't know anything about comics. He wrote it multiple times, and he goes, you know, I don't know anything. I don't know grading, yada, yada, yada. And so I wrote to him, and I got this book, Superman #7, first appearance of Perry White. So I knew the guy, like, not only was he not a comic book guy, but he wasn't really, like, eBay savvy either. And I looked him up on Facebook. He's a young guy, so he has no excuse, because, like, I'm going back and forth. I'm trying to tell him, let me buy it from you offline, and I'm, like, writing my email cryptically, and he's just not understanding. And he's like, just make me an offer. I said, all right, but you have to reply and send me an offer on eBay. So I write to him, will you take $500? And he's supposed to reply back with, like, on the bottom of the screen, it says, make an offer. He replies back to me, okay. I had to laugh at him. Like, no, sir, you gotta write me back and put the offer in the bottom. And I said, listen, just relist it, put it at $1,000, make an offer, and I'll give you $500. And he finally did it. It took forever. I'm like, you sure you don't want to go through without, you know, I'll save you some money and pay you extra, you know, going through PayPal without eBay. And he just ignored me. He didn't know what I was talking about. Like, I'm speaking Chinese. So anyway, I got the book, and I was waiting for a blacklight. I ordered one on Amazon. I thought it was Prime. I'm waiting a week and a half for a blacklight to, like, go through the book and see, you know, for color touch and whatnot. And it took forever to come. And I'm like, finally, I emailed ETA Nick. I'm like, Nick, take a look at this. Can you tell, you know, just from looking? And he said right away, color touch. It's got some restoration on the spine, which I figured there were some issues, but the fact that he didn't list any of this on eBay, I knew I was protected. So I said, you know what, worst case scenario, if it's restored, let me try to sell it and make, you know, a couple of dollars. If I'm in it for $500, if I could sell it for $6, I'll let it go. If not, within the month time frame, I'm going to return it, because he didn't describe it accurately. He didn't say anything about restoration or any of that stuff. So I didn't even try to sell it. I said, you know what? I don't want this book. I want my $500 back. So I wrote him. I'm like, hey, sir, you know, my friend's a professional comic book inspector. I emailed him verbatim what Nick wrote. And I'm like, here, you know, you got multiple issues with the book. You didn't describe it accurately. The guy writes me back, some fucking balls. I told you I don't know anything. Blah, 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 I'm not taking it back. And he goes, besides, you had it for 7 days. Like, that means anything. You have 30 days on eBay, folks. So for all of you who don't know, you have 30 days eBay protection to return an item. So the guy didn't even say, oh, sorry, I didn't know, or like, here, you want a few bucks back. Nothing. He just said, I'm not taking it. I said, okay. So I opened up the case, and eBay said, oh, you got to wait 6 days, give him a chance. So I called eBay. I'm like, eBay, the guy's read his emails. He's not going to do nothing. So let's fast forward 6 days. I don't want to wait 6 days for my money back. eBay said, no, we can't. We got to wait for the process. I said, okay, fine. So this Huckleberry calls eBay on his own and complains about me wanting to return the book and yada yada. Whoever he got on the phone closed the case in his favor. This is a Friday after Thanksgiving, so I'm hanging out having a few drinks. I'm sitting, after I just get off the phone with eBay, I go make a drink, I come back to the computer, it says, case closed, you lose. Tough titty. I called eBay, I was trying to be calm, I took a sip of my Moscow Mule. I said, hey, what's the story? Oh, transfer, they got to transfer me to the appeals people, because once a case is closed, it goes to the appeals team. Once I got to the appeals team, I said, what the F is going on? I call, you say I got to wait 6 days. I turn around, the case is closed against me. Item is not as described. It's clear as effing day. He sold the book. He didn't say it was restored. Item not as described. It's clear cut. The lady says, hold on, sir, sorry. She puts me on hold. Comes back. Like 3 minutes later, sir, I'm sorry. eBay, the process, they messed up. They didn't do this case the right way. You're going to get a full refund, $500, and you could keep the book. I couldn't believe it. I said, well, I'm 3 drinks in. I said, say that again? Como say what? I'm ready to fight. If they said to me, tough titty, I wasn't even going to go to PayPal. I was going to go straight to my credit card, because I always use my Visa Preferred Sapphire card when I make transactions. So God forbid something happens, they will have my back no matter what. That's something you guys should do too. If you use your high-end, Amex is the best. If you have a good Amex card, they will get your back anytime with any issue. So that's my... So anyway, Christmas came early. I got this book for free, so I'm probably gonna sell it because I really want Superman number 30, and I just bought this to flip anyway, and it turned out like a good day all in all. So oil's well that ends well. Hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving, and Clifton is coming up in 2 weeks. I hope some of you guys go. It's like their every Christmas. It's their Christmas show. It's a great turnout. I think it's Sunday the 9th. So hopefully, if you guys can make it. Other than that, hope all's well. Jimmy C out. Oh, yeah, I just did my Secret Santa on Instagram. For those of you who joined, it should be a good time. It's our 3rd annual one. Maybe we can get it bigger, or maybe we do one on YouTube next year. Take care.